If I ask you who was swallowed up by a great fish in the Bible, I'm sure you answer correctly. Yes, in this episode of the Bible Introduction, we will look into the book of Jonah. The book of Jonah is the fifth book in the Minor Prophets. Besides being the favorite story among children, Jonah is one of only 4 writing prophets that Jesus mentions by name during his earthly ministry. He even identifies himself with the prophet's 3 days sojourn in the belly of the great fish. Unlike other prophetic books, it is not primarily a record of prophetic messages. Jonah gives only one brief prophecy in the entire book. Instead, it is a story of Jonah's struggle in obeying God's call for his life. Chapter 1 records Jonah running away from God's call to Nineveh. He boards a ship and heads in the opposite direction for Tarshish, but ends up in the belly of the big fish. In chapter 2, Jonah repents, and God calls the fish to cough him out. Jonah then obeys God and goes to Nineveh to fulfill his mission in chapter 3. In chapter 4, Jonah becomes angry with God for being merciful to the evil Ninevites. Nevertheless, God takes time to patiently demonstrate and explains to Jonah the reason for his forgiveness. Jonah chapter 4 verse 2 says, "Our God is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and abundant in loving kindness, and one who relents concerning calamity." If you are running away from God's call in your life, it's time to return to Him, for He is a loving God.